out on WRMN. It's the talk of the town, so come on and listen now. It's Deano's Night Out on WRMN 1410. Night Out on WRMN. It's the talk of the town, so come on and listen now. It's Deano's Night Out on WRMN 1410.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deano's Night Out. This is Matt McNeil, and we've got Dennis Soner Green in the hot seat number 3.
Yes, that's me. I get to sit in Susie's normal seat. I hope I can keep it warm enough for her. That the morning show is a great one here. This is almost the other side, the other balanced side of it there. As you can tell, we are not Deano.
I know we're not as dressed as he is with the suit and tie.
I know. I am wearing a 3-piece though. With my photographer's vest. But thanks for listening. Thanks for joining into WRMN. Deano is on assignment in the Hampshire area. He is scoping out some venues, and this was the only time that he could get in there without being recognized as a celebrity.
Right.
So that's all I gotta say. That's all. I'm gonna leave the mystery that's out there.
Oh, that sounds great. Awesome. Yeah, he's got it. So he doesn't want to be just recognized as a celebrity, you said?
Yeah. So where he's going and checking out the venue and everything else, if he went during peak hours, then they wouldn't be able to get anything done. So they're like, nope, I want to get the tour. I want to see what's going on. Because we might be broadcasting live from that venue. We'll see.
Oh, looking forward to it. Yeah, today's definitely a little bit more on the overcast. I am seeing a little bit of a drizzle right now outside here. What is today? Oh, my goodness.
Today is Friday the 13th. Oh, yes. It is a scary day. It is the only Friday the 13th of the year.
And it's his birthday.
Jason Voorhees' birthday. That is very true. Jason Voorhees, I think, was born in 1940 something. If I had to guess the side, I'm not the huge horror fan with everything. I know you are, but you aren't. Yeah. You aren't the slasher horror.
No,
you are the vampire. You are the monster with a heart.
Yes.
Or
the ghosts. I mean, look at my screen.
Okay,
That's Haunted Mansion 2003, Eddie Murphy. That's my screen.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
The ghosts, ghost stories and things like that. You're not a slasher. Jason Voorhees is definitely a slasher. It's the old trope of people not being responsible, right? Young people who are supposed to be watching somebody and supposed to be doing something, but they're doing things that they shouldn't, maybe calling somebody over that shouldn't be over.
Yep.
So that's the kind of stuff for that side of movies. If you've got a good Friday the 13th type of movie, something that you would watch here on this one. I know Hocus Pocus is something that a lot of people watch during the Halloweeny time, which is there. But there's a lot of thrillers, and that's kind of where I like my horror side is the thriller aspect of it, not the fact that somebody could get slashed or the gore that's in it. I like the fact that is he gonna do it? Is he gonna have? What's the thing?
Yep.
Like that kind of side of it, the suspense of it, more of Alfred Hitchcock's type of mentality to it. Because if you show somebody the monster, like if I literally take a picture of the monster on screen, that is gonna never be as scary as the monster that you imagine in your head.
Yep.
Which is honestly why, if you watch, what's that, X-Files, they said the entire first season of X-Files, the director said that they were not going to show an alien. And they said they did that on purpose so that it would build that suspense.
Yeah. Well, here is a picture of me when I was Jason Voorhees in 2017.
There you go.
It was Nightmare on Chicago Street. So
that's with the it's the hockey mask, right? It's not the one of, who's the other one? It's Jason.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, who wears the Captain Kirk mask. But that one, Jason Voorhees, you've got the ski mask, the old school ski mask, the one from like the 60s or so. Just wrapped around, and then you use the machete for it. And then what is the choice for the rest of the garb? Like the jacket, or is it?
It's really, you've got like, I mean, in this picture I'm wearing like, a couple different layers of shirts, and it just looks like I crawled out, like I was buried alive and just crawled out, and
browns, draping, maybe ripped a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
So yeah, that was those were the days. I was in a little bit more better shape then. Could fit into the costume better, but
I think we were all a little bit in better shape then. Most of us, at least. Dino's Night Out is brought to you by the Arcata Theater as well. We want to make sure that you know where to go, and that is 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. If you want to book a reservation, you can always go to arcatalive.com, or you can go to reservations at opentable.com. That is a great place to go in St. Charles. You can eat there, you can rock out there, or you can even have a romantic dinner there.
Yes, very nice.
Lots of different events that are coming up. It looks like Heaven Comes Down is performing tonight at 8 p.m. We've also got Studio 64, which is another piece of the Arcata, is going to have an old school DJ dance party with DJ Cardiac.
Okay.
Right? Kardiak. Cardiac, still at the Arcata Theater. This is just Studio 64, so it's not that main stage. Also tonight on the Legends stage at the Arcata Theater, Danny Rose, songs from Yellowstone. This is a great thing to go to because I'll tell you what, you can get in there for free.
Oh.
You sure can. You want to see Danny Rose? Maybe Yellowstone is what you spent last year binging, all of the different sides of it and everything else. But Danny Rose will be doing the songs from Yellowstone. That's a free show, again, at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. This intimate show will take place on the Legends stage in Rockin' Ravioli, located inside the Arcata Theater complex.
That sounds like a good plan.
Sure does.
And for free too. I would recommend you get like food or drinks to go with it. Something to nibble on too, if you'd like. That's always good to do. So lots of cool events we've got coming up here. That's one of them. I know there's another one too coming up Saturday. Totally 80s tour, Big Country. Out there too. That is Big Country, one of Scotland's most iconic rock bands, is also going to be featured out there. That'll be coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. That will be at the Arcata Theater.
Sure is. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Dino's Night Out. That's Matt McNeil and Dennis Sonar Green filling in for him. Dino is on location out there hunting down a venue or two to make sure that this summer is going to be a blockbuster. Stick around. More WRMN letting you know what's going on this weekend. And we've got a surprise story that Matt McNeil and I are both going to be talking about. So stick around here on WRMN.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. 800-433-3082. That's 800-433-3082.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Deano's Night Out here on WRMN AM 1410. These are the hosts here. It's me, Matt McNeil, and Dennis Sonar Green, joining in live here from Studio 14. We appreciate everyone tuning in and hopefully having a good day so far. It is Friday the 13th. Yes, spooky. Oh my goodness. I wonder if there's people out there that might have some superstitions because of, well, it's Friday the 13th. It's the only one this year, and it's also Jason Voorhees' birthday. So I don't know.
It's spooky. If you are in Crystal Lake, please stay indoors.
Yeah. I was telling people earlier today, I'm like, yeah, lock the doors, make sure, I don't know. Be extra aware of your surroundings.
There's a lot of superstitions that are out there in the world. And as a person from a very superstitious group, sailors, there's some weird ones that are out there. I think some of the ones, even for sailors, were just like, nah, we don't really want to do that, so we're just going to say it's bad luck. So there's a lot of different superstitions that deal around a particular, I guess, a particular occupation. So, for example, for sailors, everybody's heard the red at night, sailor's delight, red in the morning, sailor's warning, as if like for rain and things, because weather's a big thing about for it from there. Not going under ladders, right? That's common sense. That's not
Yeah.
that's not necessarily superstition. That's like, why would you walk under a ladder?
Right.
Like, so,
The risk of it just falling on top of you too, if you bump it a certain way trying to get underneath.
So Friday the 13th, I didn't do too much research on the superstition of it, but it has brought up some of the things that, like some people like have that borderline. Is it superstitious or are you OCD?
Yeah.
I gotta check to make sure that the door is locked.
There are some people out there who are like, I'm a skeptic. I don't know, but I'm going to be safe anyways. I don't want to risk it. If there are certain spirits or things out there, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's. I'm just going to cover my bases here because I don't want them to spook up on me, and
Because Friday already in a lot of cultures is already a bad luck day. Because now, I mean, look at it from perspective of what day did Christ die?
that was like Good Friday.
That's Good Friday, but it wasn't a good day necessarily at a certain perspective. And there's a lot, even on with sailors. Sailors don't leave on Friday either. It's bad luck to set sail on a Friday. So there's a lot of different ones on that side of just Friday being bad luck, but the number 13 also being bad luck too.
Yep.
So it's a few different things for like 13, again, to take it from that Christian tradition. 13, Judas Iscariot and considered the 13th guest at the Last Supper. Like a few of the other things, Loki, the Norse mythology, said to have arrived as the 13th guest at a banquet in Valhalla, disrupting the peace and ultimately leading to the death of the god of Balder. So 13 is there, where even Greece, 12 was considered lucky, but 13, now you pressed your luck maybe. So, but yes, Friday, even for the Knights Templar, Friday the 13th, 1307, King Philip looks like the fourth of France ordered the arrest of thousands of Knights Templar. So even the end of the Knights Templar side. So Friday's always had that weird stipulation to it, and then now 13.
Yeah.
The only thing I think 13 is ever good with is a baker's dozen.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time I've really seen a 13 side.
Yeah, I'd say so too. You know what actually is interesting? The Elgin Tower building, I believe it's 14 floors in total.
But 13's missing?
This 13's missing. You go into the old elevators, because that's where Cece lives, Cecilia Brooks. And you go into the old elevator. I love the elevators. It's like, they got the old buttons, everything. And it skips over 13. It just goes straight to 14. So I think it's actually 13 floors, but they skip over and say it's 14.
People on the 14th floor, you know what floor you're really on. You know. It may not be labeled it, but you know. You know.
You can call it the 14th floor, but it is still, by definition, the 13th floor.
It's true, which I think if, like, let's say you have a floor that's past 13. You have a skyscraper, I don't know, sitting at 15. Now that 15th floor is technically the 14th floor. It like jacks everything up from there on out.
Yep.
But that's an old Mitch Hedberg joke. Is what was it? Is I have a hotel. They don't have a 13th floor, but people on the 14th floor, you know what floor you're really on. And then the last of it is jump out the window. You will die earlier. It's just okay. But the people on the 14th floor, you know what it is. It's definitely there. 13 is that unlucky side of things, but the combination, I think, is what really makes like today the unlucky day.
Yeah.
So, isn't there some of the other unlucky things? So don't come across a black cat, don't find a penny upside down.
There's a lot of different ones out there that are, I know that there's, the black cat is one of them. I know there's a couple others out there too I can't think of.
In Italy, the unlucky day tends to be Friday the 17th.
Okay.
And then in Spanish-speaking countries, the unlucky day tends to be Tuesday the 13th. So you're back to what's more of an unlucky number within the cultures. So here in America, it's Friday the 13th.
Yep.
So this show, by the way, is sponsored by the Arcata Theater. I want to tell you another show that's happening here in the Arcata Theater side, because they've got lots of those events that are going on. You said the 80s tour, right? We were talking about the Legends stage. There's a free show that's going on tonight on the Legends stage.
Nice.
But tomorrow, we've got Mike Tramp, the acoustic show. The Legends stage seems to be where the intimate side is, where you can sit down, you can do kind of like an unplugged type of style. Doors open at 7 p.m. for that stage, but it will be on at 8:30. So you got some time to have some food, some drinks. It's general admission, so priority seating is given to the date of the purchase. So those of you that are picking it up now, hopefully you get a good seat. But honestly, in that Legends stage, from what I've heard, there isn't a bad seat over there.
There you go.
Even if you sit up in the corner, I think there's a spot that's up over there. Some people have even told me that that is one of their favorites because it's a bit more intimate for the people that you're with too. So Studio 64 tomorrow as well is still doing that old school DJ dance party.
Nice.
But we've got DJ Johnny D that's jumping in on that one.
Yeah, that's Studio 64. That is the old school DJ dance. So, of course, that's an event where you got to make sure you've got energy because you're going to be dancing. You can't just go and just be like, I'm going to be like a lump on a log and just sit here and just not do anything. No, this is a get up and dance kind of style of event to go to. So that's again at Arcata Theater, 105 East Main Street. That sounds pretty good. Get your dancing shoes on.
Yeah, because it's over the weekend too. Today and tomorrow they're doing that old school DJ dance party, which I think is really neat to do, to just get out a little bit. Maybe you were already dancing in the 80s and then those kids came along out of nowhere. And you need to reminisce, or maybe you are into the 80s vibe. Have you ever been to an 80s themed party before? Well, this is your good chance to get in on there. DJ Johnny D is tomorrow, but we've got DJ Cardiac tonight, Studio 64 over at the Arcata, 105 East Main Street, St. Charles.
There you go. Awesome. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Deano's Night Out here on WRMN AM 1410. We still got to tell people about our surprise story.
Oh, it's true. Yes. You should have been listening to the morning show for that, but we're going to reiterate it. It's okay. We've got it covered. Coming up after this.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Wendy's. Elgin will mark Flag Day with a ceremony on Friday at 4:30 p.m. The event takes place at Veterans Memorial Park, located behind the Gail Borden Library on South McLean Boulevard. Community members are invited to gather and honor the American flag, reflecting on its history and meaning. Yoga enthusiasts in Naperville are invited to a free yoga session on Saturday, June 14th at the Matrix Club on Route 59. Certified instructor Anu Malhotra will lead a class from 10 a.m. until noon. The event is a collaboration between Mindful Meditation Yoga and the Consulate General of India. The Naperville Police Department reports responding to nearly 1,400 domestic violence incidents in 2024, with almost 500 of those involving physical contact. Authorities are stressing the importance of awareness and support of survivors of domestic abuse, highlighting available resources in their monthly Focus on Safety initiative, which you can find on their social media. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states or situations.
Ooma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, haze and scattered rain showers with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 74. Tonight, haze and scattered rain showers before 4 a.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 61. Looking ahead to tomorrow, sunny with a high near 80. Currently, it is 72 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Progressive knows road trips without your pet can be tough.
Hi, this is Next Stop Dog Boarding.
Hi, it's Scott again. How's Squeaks doing? You can tell if he's stressed by his eyebrows. Oh, and his breathing should sound like this.
Scott, Squeaks is exactly the same as last time you called.
Okay, let's talk in 20 to see if anything's changed.
With Progressive, your pet is covered up to $1,000 in vet bills in case of a car accident. So next time, you can take your pet with you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Welcome back to WRMN. This is Dino's Night Out. Matt and I are filling in. Dino is on location, scoping out some locations for you. Want to make sure that the best of the best is what we're going to be covering. He scoped out a few places for live streaming. And like I said, it was somewhere he had to go. This was the only time that he could get the full tour of everything, plan out what we were going to do. Some great big events that are happening. He will talk about those later. But the big event that you hopefully didn't miss this morning on the morning show, Matt, would you please let the people know?
Chicago Bears.
Woo!
2 words, Chicago Bears. Do you know what it is? Of course you know what the Chicago Bears is. Yes, we are now eligible to play Chicago Bears coming up during the season. I'm very excited about this.
The official home of the Chicago Bears in the Fox River Valley.
And you know what? I think you were maybe giving some hints to some people. Look,
I did.
Look what you're wearing.
I was here this morning, so I had put on my blue and orange flannel. I grew up in Cincinnati, so I have some orange things. So I don't have a lot of Bears things. Yeah. But no, I really like the fact that we are able to broadcast this far west for everybody too, because there's a lot of places that have the blackouts where you can't watch or you can't stream sometimes for those areas. So what we are now able to do is you can now get the play-by-play and everything that goes along with it. So what I usually do when I listen on the radio is I'll have the app, like the ESPN app, where it'll show you all the stats that go back and forth. And then what I'll do is I'll listen to ESPN 1000, or I'll listen to some of the other Fox Sports stations or whatever's playing it. Now I get to listen to WRMN, which is fantastic. So you pull that up, you listen to it on the radio, you pull the app up, and you watch the Bears do it. I mean, you're essentially doing a theater of the mind aspect of it. But what is football other than get like the stats with the descriptions? Now you get to play it off in your mind. Back to the Alfred Hitchcock type of side to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. As you know, I'm not a huge sports fan. I don't know a whole lot about sports, but I might just become a sports fan after this. I mean, I'm already, listening to, of course, the White Sox as well, listening to how many innings there are, and then the pregame and the postgame. And so I'm getting a little bit familiar with things here and there that I wasn't before, reading up on some history. I've talked about that before on Out to Lunch, some history of the White Sox, some facts. So now it's kind of, I'm starting to recognize things.
There's a Sox game tonight with the Texas Rangers, and you're right, man. I like to listen to some of that stuff too. Is get it started. I really like the pre and post game. Honestly, I do like the game itself. I mean, to sit down, listen to the game, get the description, the day games are a little slower, it seems, than some of the night games. But what really helps is listening at the beginning and checking it out at the end, too, because they do those recaps. So, yes, if they're playing the game, like tonight, the game is at 7:05. The pregame starts at, I think, 6:30 tonight. So that's the cool part about it, is you get about a half hour before the game fires off to kind of recap, set the stage, instead of just clicking it on, boom, here you go right into the game. Let's marinate a little bit into what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Charge the engines. But now we've got the Chicago Bears, so bear down. We will be bringing those games over here. I think October is the only bye week that they've got, but we will make sure that those games go off. I think, if I remember the calendar, October 14th? 13th? Okay, well, close enough. But it wouldn't be that day, rather.
Yeah.
But listen in. We'll make sure that we've got that coverage. We're going to have some more people here in the station talking about the Bears specifically, too. So we're going to start working with more Bears insiders for things here. So if you are looking at doing a few more sports things, this is because, honestly, I have to look around real quick and do my they called us.
Yeah.
So that's what I just want to make sure that we're getting out there. We're making sure that you're covered. The Bears and the Sox both saw that this area needed to be covered and made sure that there were at least some coverage for this area far out west. Now, we get it from our partner, from the Good Karma brands, and they run 1,000, but sometimes you can't get them over here. So we are kind of filling in those gaps for this side of the world.
Yep.
And here's what I'm looking forward to. The Bears are eventually going to move west.
Yes.
They are eventually going to move west. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, eventually they're going to move west. We're signed up. We're ready to go. We're going to give you that Bears coverage. And hopefully, when they do move west, we'll be covering the actual stadium too.
Oh,
we get real close. I'll tell you, we do kiss the lake. We do. I can hear WRMN right at the beach. Now, do I need to be on a stool? Do I need to be? Yes, I can get us over there, but we don't need to cover that city. We're covering here. They already got that covered. We don't need to. So if you've ever been interested in maybe advertising on that side, you're like, man, I wish we could go onto the ESPN 1000, or we can go into that Good Karma brand side for things. They cover the city really well. They do. You want to call them up? You want to go over there? Absolutely. Please. I'll even give you the number. Here in the Fox River Valley, we are the official home of the Bears. So if you've got a small business, if you've got a landscaping company, if you've got a retail store, if you've got a municipality or a group or a tourism or a restaurant, whatever you've got that wants to target this area over here, Bears and Sox are going to get you there.
Yep. And what's great too, I mean, this is such a great opportunity. You know, it's like not many people can say, you know, hey, I live right near, or, you know, I work right by a radio station that is now playing, you know, plays the White Sox or plays the Bears. You know, you've got a business in the area, a great way to partner there too. And it speaks for itself. I mean, the Bears really,
it's true.
It really does. So please feel free to reach out to us if you'd like to. Feel free to reach out to any of us. We've got all our emails. If you've got our cards, it's got our own phone numbers on it,
847-741-7700. That's the one. You can also text us as well. We have the emails. That would be sonar@WRMN1410.com, Matt@WRMN1410.com, or the always infamous info@WRMN1410.com for that info. Oh my goodness, the Elgin Police just flew right by. They've got something important to get to. Speaking of them, if you haven't checked it out, on Fridays, we've got Fridays with the Finest with the amazing Elgin Police Chief, Chief Lally. And she came in with one of her marshals that are retiring. And so go ahead and listen to that. It was a great, touching story to make sure that we can actually start to really appreciate the people that have given their careers, the bulk of their time for it. So with this, we will get back here on Deano's Night Out in just a few moments. We're going to take a quick break. Don't forget, White Sox are playing tonight. That's going to kick off at 6:30. Head on over to the Arcada Theater as well. That is the arcadalive.com. All kinds of different things that are coming up. And bear down here on WRMN, now the official home of the Chicago Bears.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Want to know what the shepherds did after they visited the Christ child? Read the short novel, The Good Shepherds, Christmas combat story by Michael Tooman. Available on Amazon in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle editions. Check out Michael Tooman's webpage at Scilink.net. That is PSYLINK.net. Papa Sierra Yankee, Lima India November Kilo, November Echo Tango.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day, and a really important thing. You have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410, WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN.
Mics are live. Boom. Mics are live.
Is mine working? There we go.
Is my mic working? Can you hear me?
That's every morning.
Is my mic working?
Who, me?
No,
me?
It's at least once every morning show is my mic working.
Yeah.
It's there.
Boom. I always do this. That's
yeah.
Anybody hears the tap, that's because I'm hitting
me
it.
too.
That's the thing when I ask somebody to do a mic test, right? You turn around and you say, "Hey, give me a mic test," and
The mic ain't here.
and they'll tap on it. Yeah, exactly. And they'll tap on it. I'm like, no. I know the microphone works. I would like you to test it, please.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, count up.
Talk on it.
Yeah, right. It's a microphone.
Son of a gun.
Count up to 10. Count back down. We're all good to go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
See, now Matt's good enough. He will be able to actually adjust your mic as you're doing it.
Yeah, he does it. He
really
puts the mute button when I'm in.
Hey, if that's what you call adjusting your mic, I'll take it.
I guess that's adjusting the mic. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing great.
Are you doing okay?
I am doing good. Yes, it's Friday.
Hey,
Happy
you on the
Friday.
street? What's going on out there?
Hey, good to see you. Blue hat. Yeah. No, it's okay.
They kind of looked up. But, I was hitting the streets a little bit. We got a lot of activity going on. A lot of stuff in the western suburbs been asking us, come on, why don't you guys come on and talk to us?
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe we could do something together. So I did today. They all want us.
Hey, that's great.
So we got some, I'm not even going to tell you whom just
Not
yet.
yet, yeah.
So we got some real nice leads and very receptive. That you should hear the station, how beautiful it sounds.
Sounds out west, yeah.
Forget about the app even, just straight antenna.
Absolutely. When you start traveling out west, you're not dealing with a lot of the infrastructure for like buildings and everything else that's over there. As Sue says, the corn curtain out there doesn't absorb as much from it. So I believe we reach out to Wisconsin, so we'll go all the way up there. But even then, I think I've heard people hearing us in Joliet too.
Have you?
So that far down.
Well, how do you hear them hearing it if you're here?
They call me. I got people. I got people's everywhere.
Well, I tell you what, I was on the Eisenhower and I was right in front of the old St. Luke's. What is that? That's Rush now. Rush Hospital on the Eisenhower, and I heard it past that.
Yeah, you can still hear it over there.
On the Eisenhower.
Yeah, so we still reach the city, but that ain't our focus, right? That's why you went out west. That's why you didn't go visit the city today.
You know, we'll let the big guys have the city. They can, and we'll share. And I'll tell you what, the big guys came to us now, didn't they?
They sure did.
And who's behind us? Who's that?
That's the Bears. I
That's
don't
a
know
Bears player.
which
Look at that.
particular one.
Yeah, I had the poster laying around. So I figured I'd put a microphone in his hand.
Yeah.
I put the schedule on there. And, of course, our logo. We are now with the Chicago Bears
official
radio network. Hit that bell.
Hey.
So those of you that didn't hear the announcement this morning at 8 o'clock with Jeff Joniak, Bears scored. Yeah, so what was there was? Touchdown Bears. I think that's what he always says. Touchdown Bears. So we hope to hear that a lot this year.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're a good team. You know what? They're a Chicago team. I did not like Chicago teams.
Right.
We're home of the White Sox. Why wouldn't we be home of the Chicago Bears?
It's true. We're not allowed to have the Cubs.
Yeah, they're too stingy. They want to have their own thing. Have your own thing. That's okay. And you know what? Cubs are a good team.
Yeah. Well, the Sox are a good team too. Have you seen this series with the the Texans here?
Yeah, we're talking sports like I know.
Like
what
I know.
the heck I'm talking
The Rangers. Sorry, the Texas Rangers.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they've been. I think they won last night. Didn't they win the one before that? So I mean, they're climbing. They're not. Look, they're the White Sox. They're the building team. So we'll see where they come up. But I've heard that the Bears are finally going to hit their stride instead of just infighting. Right? Is that what, or is that just wishful thinking? We'll see. We'll see as it goes right here on WRMN.
It's like anything else. When you look what we got going here now, we got good chemistry. We got good harmonious people. We have things working all in the right direction. You get a ball club, whether it be baseball, football. Look, sounds like I really know my sports. Yeah, look out, Derek. I'm coming for you, kid.
Derek
Marcus.
Justin in a suit.
Yeah, that's all. But, you got a ball club that puts the... Do you think they want to lose? I mean, what's wrong with people? Oh, the Sox suck. Oh, the Bears suck. Do you think they wake up in the morning and say, hey, what do you want to do? Hey, well, let's lose the game today.
Yeah.
You know, we have nothing else to do. Let's make everybody hate us.
No, they're doing their best.
They're
and
doing
they're
what
building
they
the team.
can, okay? But sometimes you got either a thorn in your side or maybe a real thorn. You know, you never know. Something happens where you can't perform properly, something's not working right or whatever. And then the chemistry. You know, you look at comedy acts, look, you know, the different ones that have been out there throughout the years. You get that right group of guys in the one room, boom, one just plays right off of the other. Sports has got to be the same thing.
Everybody's plan works on paper.
Yeah, right? I mean, what we do here, we tease each other. Oh, my God. How about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I just bust everyone's moons around here. But that's the fun part about it. Most of the time, the people don't even know the jokes that we're saying or the little inside things that we're talking about. Yeah. You know, especially with Elliot. What a dry ball sense of humor he's got. You know what I mean? And then Susie, all the fluff, she's going here, there, and bouncing all over the wall. You know, Matt, he's, you know, our Ryan Seacrest over here. How about the ladies? You know, the ladies. I mean, do they do a wonderful job or what?
They do. Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Yep. Amazing.
Yeah. Little partial to that Friday show.
Yeah.
What is that?
Dino's
Apolitical Talk Show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was giving you guys, you know, with, of course, Elliot Serrano with the big, long credentials. And we got David Tees on there. For a while there, we had Cecilia Brooks.
Jimmy Vaselli's coming in.
Oh, is Jimmy going to be in today?
Yeah, Jimmy's going to be in today.
Oh, that's
We're going to
great.
talk about Madigan's sentencing.
Oh, what's going on with that?
I don't know. He's going to tell me about it.
Oh,
I had to wait.
How
I had to
does
wait
he
for
know
him.
about it?
I don't know. It was today. Today was the sentencing.
Okay.
I think it was
come down?
February. I don't know. I haven't seen the paper come down
I
yet.
haven't had a chance.
Hopefully he'll let us in on it. There's also downtown in the convention centers that, you know, where like Rosemont and all of that happens, where they do all the conventions and the Comic-Cons and all of the fan fests. And
You mean
things.
Rosemont or downtown? Which one?
Rosemont.
Okay.
Zanies.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Zanies Comedy Club in Rosemont.
Oh, okay.
So that side of it there, they are now banning realistic fake weapons.
I heard something about that.
I think they're doing
In the acts. You're talking about in the acts.
No. In cosplay, like you can't dress up like a stormtrooper and have a and have a realistic gun.
In a convention.
In a convention, on the streets, anywhere. You're not allowed to have it.
Something had to happen in order for this to
over the spring, there was that senior game where they were going around tagging each other with airsoft guns or whatever else. And people got in trouble with that one. I think there were even some shots for stuff. But there's definitely some calls of seniors running around with guns at each other and things. So I think they want to tamp down that
some type of
downtown.
It was something assassination, something called.
Yeah.
I know
game,
the word
that's what I
assassination.
mean. The game was called Assassination.
Assassin's Creed.
There you go.
Oh,
see, how'd you know about it?
Because I watch these games.
He's younger.
Yeah, well, he looks younger too.
Guy.
He could be.
One question I got for you though, Dean. You've been over to the Arcata.
Oh, the best.
I want to talk about the Legend stage real quick because that's the one that I am the most interested in because that seems like the most intimate of all the stages, right? Because they got Studio 64, which is like a club aspect of the vibe,
which is a takeoff of Studio 54. It's 64 because Route 64 North Avenue.
There you go.
But that's what that is. But it's more like your disco style type thing.
And
go ahead.
And the main stage itself is for like really big venues.
That's where all his main events and his main acts occur right there.
What's the feeling of the stage, the Legend stage?
Oh,
that side stage. It's more intimate.
He has renovated that place back to the old days. In fact, I don't even know if it's still in there or not. But up until a couple of years ago, he used to have that because he would play cartoons for the kids on the weekends, and this organ would come out of the ground from the ground up, and that's how they used to do it years ago. The organist would play to the black and white to the films.
That sounds fun.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, really.
Yeah, so
and he would play some of the old shows.
Yeah, that's the Legend stage there.
Okay.
Got it
The
on
main
screen.
stage, that's.
Yeah, that Legend stage that's there.
Listen to that snappy little song.
Go ahead, buddy. It's your hour.
Oh, my God. I like that. Well, thanks for letting me come on with you guys.
Onto your show.
This was kind of, well, you threw me out of the office. You said, go out and try and find some best. Okay.
Really get
So
out.
I left. And then I come back, and I figured we'd talk about the Bears. I'm really excited about that. For being a non-sports guy, I think this is quite a thing. And for them to welcome us into their family, Jeff Joniak couldn't have been a better gentleman than he was.
Oh, yeah, this morning.
Yeah, how about it, right? Isn't that great? So you're going to see a lot more of Chicago Bears. Chicago White Sox, we're already there. Ari, our good friend over there from Good Karma, he has done a great thing for us by getting us connected. So, hey, we're going to get you at the top of the hour. We got to take a hard break here. So you're listening to WRMN 1410, Dino's Night Out. I'm not really here, but I just came in just to say hi. Hi, y'all.